Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another BTNeanderthal video. Today we are covering Season 4 for Project Diablo 2, the first look that we had yesterday of October 23rd on Saturday. Today's the 24th, so today we're just covering briefly everything I've found. And everything that I thought was interesting. I might have missed a couple things here and there, but we'll see. Leave comments in the videos or in the video comment section below. But with that being said, let's get into this. We have some pretty cool stuff for season 2. First things first, let's get into this. So we have Blaze Rework. This was right off Senpai's stream. Obviously, big shout out to Senpai. He's one of the Max Roll members as well, and also the main dev for, Diablo 2, Project Diablo 2 Season 4, or just Project Diablo 2 in general. So we have Blaze, as you can see here in the bottom right, and right here, he casts Blaze, and you can see, it started off with, a big AoE, and you can see it's a big AoE here every time he casts it. He's running really fast, so Blaze now gives a speed boost, as well as larger hitbox, as you can see, so it's actually killing things. So it's kind of a meme, but it's also an optional playstyle now. Say you don't want to deal with the debuff, the damage debuff on teleport, but you still want to move places quickly, you can use Blaze to help you move faster. Also, Inferno Stride that does cast Blaze will also give you a speed boost. So that was one thing, this Blaze. We're going to cover another thing that was pretty cool, honestly. Now this is a Necromancer. And we have, as you can see in the bottom right, I picked a horrible spot for me to be. Hold on, let's do this. Let's go here. I'll be small BT. As you can see, we got archers, skeletal archers. He just raised skeletal archers. Obviously, this is just a showcase, so they're not built. But in addition to that, so we added the skeletal archers. Obviously, the graphic needs to be adjusted for it. But in addition to that, now the only synergy that is required is skeletal mastery. So if you want a skeletal warrior and then a skeletal mastery, you can go skeletal warrior. You don't have to go into skeletal mage. If you want only skeletal mage, then you can do skeletal mage, 1 point here and then just 20 points here and 20 points here. Or you can do only archers if that's what you want. So you can mix and match. You don't any longer need to go 20 in order to force something. So if you want to go somewhat hybrid like Golem or some other combination, you can now just go and put 40 points in and just have a nice hybrid. So you're not forced anymore. So that is something that's pretty cool. As you can see, skeletal mastery on the very bottom synergizes with skeletal mastery. So that is pretty cool. Another thing, I guess we'll talk about Runewords now, is this right here. Sorry for the flashbang. But we have Unending Will. And the special thing is it's made from Cham Ohm. Previously, if you were a Golem build, the best in slot would have been +6 to Golem on a blue wand. Now you have a an actual rune word you can make. So new rune words in season 4. This one allows you to summon additional golems up to 2, and then it gives you golem mastery. with FCR and some other stuff here. But now you have golems, a spot for golems. You know, another option here with Runewords, which is pretty cool. Another rune word, which I believe was showcased previously. Let's see. Is this one? We got Zenith. And this one, well, this one's also new. Actually, it was showcased yesterday. This one rolls Salvation Aura. And then all these stats here. So we got Ignore Targets, Defense, ED, Fast Run Walk, IAS. 5 skills, because the base right here is +3 to bow and crossbow skills. Bunch of elemental damage. And then it gives you that salvation. So that's pretty cool. And then it uses Jaw Zod. So another rune word for Zod. I personally thought it was interesting they decided to use Zod when bows are already indestructible, but whatever. He said it was good for thematics. And that's what he chose. We have Ferocity is another one here. This one is basically Zod, Cham, Shale. So another Zod and Cham. So we're going to be seeing more use out of that. It's a very weird, niche looking helmet, it looks like. Got hit recovery. It's got O skill Zeal, which means you can just throw that on and have, you know, Zeal. And then it's got the taunt. And taunt has like an AoE like in PD2 where around you, once you taunt, everything around you, kind of like a war cry, brings everything towards you. So it's an interesting thing, kind of a niche item. So, but that's cool nonetheless. Then we have, let's see here, what I actually want to show right now. Let's go to this. Is it this one? No, not this one. I'm not going to show this one yet.
So, in a map.
Stop it, senpai. Oh god, spoilers. Okay, so we'll show, yeah, I guess we'll go to this now. We've already shown it. But basically, in maps now, you will come across, these are just clips on Twitch. You open up a map, right? You know, desert, for example. There's new maps. There's like Ancestral Trial has like a new layout. Looks interesting. I might be able to show the case that in a second. Then we have like desert here. It's called River of Blood because it's not ready yet. But down here you have the Dark Wanderer. And then the Dark Wanderer can turn into anything that, or almost anything, like such as Mephisto. This will be on maps. You have another example of this. Actually, there's another cool part here. Once he actually kills Mephisto on a map. Watch this. Ready? Bam. So now we have like actually pretty good drops. It has like their original drop table, but also if you get Mephisto or a boss from the Dark Wanderer, you'll have like Worldstone shards. So that's cool. On top of their original drop table. Another one. Let's see here. We got this one here. Another Dark Wanderer. And this one spawned Vizier. So this one can just like randomly spawn like one of the elite packs. Like I can't drop like Lilith or anything like that. Is it the same one? Oh yeah, no, we got this one. This one's cool. But like it can drop tons of different elite packs. This is going to be in D2R. No plans for D2R. So then we have the summoner here, which is Horizon. right? We got Horizon who spawned in. And once you kill Horizon, he'll actually open up another map within the map. And with that being said, it's like you can go into that map 100%. Well, I guess he's not going to go into it. But you can go into the map. It'll keep the same maps, or the map's affixes, the same affixes as if the one that you were just on. So like all the affixes or mods on that map transfer over to the new map, if that makes sense. And then once you go in there, you can TP out and it'll like bring you all the way to town, for example. And then once another area is popped up or opened, like it's also any random map of the same tier or +1 tier, I believe, is what he said. So it can be any of those random maps, and then you go in there and you can like double sustain map, basically. You get 2 maps for 1. So that's kind of an interesting thing. I kind of thought of like Diablo 3's Golem, or not Golem, Goblin situation. So that's kind of cool. So we showed the Runewords, we showed a couple skill reworks. There was one other thing I'm thinking of that I kind of wanted to show, and that is spectator mode. So for the PvP people out here, we now have spectator mode where you turn invincible. And also you can open up any map, any act. That's another thing as well. You can open up maps in any act. You're not stuck in Act 5 anymore to open up a map, which is kind of cool. Some things that were being showcased were like a little buggy, but spectator mode, fantastic for dueling. Also, on the topic of dueling, if you are on hardcore, I had a hard time actually finding this. See if I can find it. Okay, he dies, right? He's on hardcore. He's on a hardcore character. Deeds of Valor will be remembered, right? That's hardcore. Now, because he was in a PvP area, he can press escape and all his gear is back. So if you want to PvP on hardcore, you can PvP on hardcore. So that is another cool thing. Another thing here is we have Nilathak. Sorry about flashbang again. Nilathak will be in maps, and Nilathak spawns like elites or like a bunch of mobs or waves of mobs. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of like PoE Harbinger or something like that. Or it spawns like waves of mobs and then like champions after. So it's interesting. What else we got here? There was one more thing. If I can find it. Oh, yes. So if you notice, this is an Act 1 mercenary. You can now equip Amazon bows on Act 1 mercenaries. And I believe you'll be able to equip like any scepter on an Act 3 mercenary. So that Zenith Runeword, you could put it right on the Act 1 mercenary. Yeah, softcore PvP, exactly. As long as you're in that zone. If you die somewhere else, then you're dead on hardcore. But you have to be in that PvP zone, or that PvP arena is how I understood it. So that's kind of all the PD2 Season 4 news that I saw or thought was interesting. Honestly, I like the map buffs, like the different events that can happen in the maps. I thought those were cool. The PvP changes and PvP area that's been added is also pretty cool. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching, people. You guys are beasts.